Hi everyone, my name is Midnight Bandit. I've been creating music for over 12 years, since about 2012, and I have been making tons of different types of stuff, like beats mostly. I rap sometimes, and sometimes I sing, but I tend to not really be interested or really like the sound of my own voice. So, yeah, that's about me. I've got tons of stuff up on the internet. I've got tons of stuff up on streaming, so if you like that kind of stuff, then you can check it out. It's kind of like trip hop slash down tempo, sometimes drum and bass, just electronic music in general, kind of avant garde shit. So, yeah. Anyways, today I wanted to talk about this idea that music done on computers, or music even done by things like Udio or Suno, I think it was. Anyways, how that stuff is, it's kind of, I think people are getting too, like, upset about this idea that music is going to lose value because it's totally easy to create. And I think there's a couple things wrong with that. One thing is that when someone types in something to Udio, let's say, and has just types in a prompt, basically, my opinion is that it's like you're going onto Google and you're typing up, oh, I want to look for a website about cats primarily, or whatever, maybe dogs too. And then you find that site, and it's like, you're like, oh wow, this site is exactly what I'm looking for. This is my site, right? No, it's not your site. It's just that you have used this copyrighted material to craft something, an amalgamation out of it. I guess that's where the analogy ends, but I always see it like it's not your music. If you're writing lyrics for it, then I mean you're writing the lyrics, but it's, to me, it's not your music anyways. It's Udio's music, right? But that's a story for another time. I wanted to say that like the music that many people create today is a lot easier to produce per se, but that doesn't mean that it's all going to be good stuff. It's not going to be like compelling works of art, like, let's say, like Dark Side of the Moon or something like that, right? They People like to say it's a walk in the park. People like to say it's easy, but nothing that is, I think, worth any value is incredibly easy to make, and I think people understand that as well. Like, we're not stupid. We know that there are pieces of artwork out there that, with an intention behind it, with thought put behind it, and humanity put behind it, and a message that matters. Like, that's real music, right? So, and it's not like being able to have these tools more accessible makes it any lesser than, like, the idea that, let's look at writing a book, right? Writing a book, it's only just putting words onto paper, right? It's like, no, if you really go into it, it's a little bit more than that. Um, I mean, and the fact that we're not all medieval scribes making tapestries, these elaborate tapestries out of wool, and all this stuff. We're trying to make it as difficult as possible. It's that I think sometimes people get the confused, and they think that because something is technically difficult to pull off, that it is therefore meaningful. And I disagree with that, but maybe that's my opinion. Anyways, uh, so when people say, like, oh yeah, if someone's not writing their manifesto, or I guess not manifesto, the manuscript on tapestries made out of, like, wool, made, sheathed the ancient way, stuff, that is not real. And it's like, no, No, it's no matter how you do it. I mean, yeah, like I said, it's the message behind it. And like, if you're putting a bunch of poorly thought out or derivative works into the world, you probably won't get a Pulitzer. But I mean, crazier things have happened. To write a book, I mean, it takes a lot of focus and time, but to write something completely compelling, like something that will live through time, and just keep on being retold and retold throughout time. Um, that is something that takes eons. It's something that takes dedication and skill and observation and education and learning. And that doesn't just mean like college. I mean, to write honestly is a task on its own. But to write something of value, it is a really difficult thing to do. It's incredibly difficult. There's so many books out there that just copy and paste or just you'd think it would be plagiarism, but there's a lot of ideas that go around that have been said for a long time. Derivative, like I said before, and yeah, I think that essentially it's. I think a lot of people think that music, especially, in everything. Our jobs, our social circles, our hobbies. It's everything has to be monetized. Everything has to be some form of achievement. We have to compete and become more efficient or proficient at whatever it is we're doing compared to other people. And I think that's a loser's game. I think that's silly because throughout history, the people that stand out the most usually can stand on their own. They're not like, oh, this person's so much like another person, right? It's usually because they're unique and they have something to say, which means going against the grain, right? So, and then the whole idea of effort and working harder in order to be worthy of something. I think that comes from pretty shady backgrounds. Yeah. Like, anyways, I think that the best thing I would want to give with my music is to bring people to another world, like creating sonic landscapes that whisk you away to whatever plane your mind may produce, because I'm trying to ignite a contemplative vision within yourself that doesn't have anything really specifically to do with what I'm trying to make you do. It's more or less my music, my art is a place where it's a refuge where you can have me time and think to yourself, just revel in this existence when you can, right? And to get away from all of the controlling boobs out there that want you to do exactly what they tell you to do. So yeah, that's what I'm after. I'm after this contemplative vision. I'm after this idea that I can give people some respite in this crazy, crazy world. And yeah, I have like a specific style that's kind of unique to my own. I truly get lost in all the possibilities while I'm sitting in front of a DAW with a computer. I think that is like my forever fixation, because I do have ADHD, and like I said before, among other things, there's my short-term memory. But I like to pull from a large well of music, lots of different styles, lots of different things, and even places that you might not think would be directly inspirational to my work, like, I don't know, corporate videos where you have music in the background, or like, there's this one, I think it's Cisco or something like that. It's the phone company, communications company, but they have like this one song, and it's Do 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 do. I don't know. I'll stop. Anyways, and it's such a simple song, but you hear it all the time, and I think like, wouldn't it be funny if someone gangster rapped over that? Like, how funny would that be? I think, or drill or something. I don't know. Anyways, that's where my mind goes because I like trying different things, like playing around with different ideas in my head, and yeah, and it's like people who think that what I do for the over 12 years that I've dedicated to just creating unadulterated pieces of music that have helped me get away from my other mental health symptoms and stuff. You know, it's been therapy for me, and it's very meaningful for me. And I don't know why I think other people should like it, but I think it's crossing a line when people say it's not real or it's not worthy or it's not. It doesn't. It's like it's worthy of contempt or something like that. I don't know. Anyways, so people have been saying the same things for centuries. They've been saying that the generations are lazier, they're wrong, immature, they don't work hard enough. Music is getting worse. It's the devil's music. Whatever bullshit they want to say. And it's like, yeah, I'm not trying to win the music Olympics here. I'm not trying to get a gold medal from my music. I just want to put it out there and hopefully provide people with that vibe. I'm only here for the vibe. That's all I care about. And also, I'm here so that I don't have to live a life of poverty, legislated poverty by my government, and just stay inside all the time. I want to go out and do things. I want to like live my life, but it's just seemingly difficult, and I'm working on it. I'm not gonna say that's the end of the road. Obviously not. Like I'm gonna keep on pushing it and pushing it. So, okay, where was I? Getting back to the idea that simply because sitting behind a monitor and slowly putting together songs doesn't make you sweat buckets or leave you with blisters on your digits, that it's not a worthy form of art. It's the content that matters. It's the intention behind it, the message, the relatability of people who in this world, like even people who go out there and get a job that promises, a good life and retirement and all that. People are starting to realize that that's a scam. It's a scam. It's always a scam. And I think we have to all get together and pool together our money and help each other out in ways that totally dismantle that old system of 9-to-5 jobs and stuff. Because I just, I don't know. I think I just value myself a little bit longer, or a little bit more than being a slave, being a wage slave. But that's a completely other topic. That's a completely different topic. I think that's about it. That's all I want to say today. You understand what I'm trying to say. And don't let people say that what you do lacks value, because it depends on like the people who find value in it. Like find the people who find value in it, and they're out there. I wish it was easier just to like fucking put it in front of them and just be like, hey, the exact people that would like my stuff, here it is. But it's like this maze, this labyrinth that I don't have the motivation to put effort into, and it's just a whole, the ADHD part of my brain is just, it makes everything just overly complex and convoluted. So all I can do is just keep on making videos, keep on making songs, and hopefully one day I'll be playing at a festival and I'll have my music and my visuals for my stories, the Electric Noir, up on the big screen, and people will like it. And hopefully I won't live in poverty. Who knows? I don't really have a lot of hope, but I'm gonna keep pushing. So wish me luck. Thank you, and have a wonderful day. You can subscribe if you want. Now, I